So I wanted to make a update to my In the AI Slop Trenches video, which I posted in April of 2025. I think it was April. And I watched that video again. I don't really like it because I feel like I didn't really express like the things I wanted to express. But basically the gist of that video is I said I'm in the AI slop trenches because I was making a lot of legitimate AI slop. But I think I failed to mention like why I was doing that, and I also failed to mention that I was making a lot of things that I did not think were slop. So I think what it really came from was I felt guilty because I was making these really stupid videos, which were just like a trend at the time, which is like these really dumb. Everything was Squid Game. You would make Squid Game characters doing things and like having their faces melt and all this stupid crap. And the reason I was doing that is because prior to embracing the slop was I would make things that I like genuinely believed in or like thought were had sort of artistic integrity, and they would just totally fail every single time. I would get like 100 views, 200 views, for something you work really hard on. So I didn't really express that because it's not that I went into this wanting to make AI slop. It's what I realized was AI slop actually gets views. And that was a really hard realization because I realized you kind of have to give people what they want. And what they want at the time was AI slop. It was a really big realization to me that you can go into your niche. So my niche was AI video, search on YouTube AI video, and then find whatever the top videos are doing. And at the time, that was these stupid Squid Game videos. And you just copy that. And then suddenly you finally, after, I'm talking about like years of failure, finally get some traction. I'm like, thank God. So yeah, that's kind of what that video was about. It was just me feeling kind of messed up about it. But also I was at the same time I had also created this really successful series of Trump fighting Zelensky, which sounds really stupid. That sounds like slop too, but my videos like that I really liked them because they were kind of like ethereal and sort of absurd and funny. And, you'd see JD Vance like glowing blue, and I had the Halo music in the background. I thought they were really cool and aesthetic, and they were like really taken off. So I don't know why I didn't like mention those videos at all at the time. So like I was really proud of those. And side note about the Trump versus Zelensky videos, they were really successful, and they got like the main one got like 300,000 views, and I had a bunch of other ones too that did really well, and I loved those videos, but I had to take them all down in the middle of 2025 because I had all these strikes against them because YouTube thought they were violating their community standards because they were showing like a political figure in a dangerous situation, or like it would show like someone holding a gun to a political figure's head or something. It was all supposed to be funny and it was harmless, but that was flagged by YouTube's community guidelines, and I had 2 strikes. And so if I made one more strike, and they could come at any time, they would have totally destroyed my channel. So I had to take them all down because you never knew when that strike was going to come. It could come, 5 months after you posted the video. And I had to take all those videos down. So that was like a really painful thing. And I had to go through this period of not posting for a long time. So yeah, that was the story with the Trump versus Zelensky videos. I did repost the main one a while ago, and that you can find that, but it only has like 3,000 views, which is really sad because it was like a really huge video. But then those kind of fell off, and I started making slop again because I was like, this is all I know how to do. And the video was almost like an apology. But yeah, but things are going much better now. I've really stumbled upon something that really works, which is this video game history series I've been doing where I use an AI video generator to create what looks like a video game, but set it in various historical events. So I love this series because it feels like it's teaching people something. It's also showing what the most cutting edge AI video models can do, which is create totally realistic looking video games. Even though it's not a real video game, it's just a video of a video game, but they're really impressive, and it allows me to just be creative and have fun. And one thing I've realized is like I don't think these are not AI slop, and I think most people realize that because I spend a lot of time on these, and I put a lot of effort into them, and they have some value by teaching people something. So I think there was a long time where I considered even those videos AI slop, because some people would comment like, "Oh, this is slop, whatever." But I don't think that's really true. I think there is actual slop out there, which is like mass produced, totally mindless stuff. I think a lot of the things I think of as slop are not even AI, but they're like, it's like an AI voice, and I really hate the ones where it's like it's a video someone else has made. It's like a video of someone like cooking something, and then there's this AI voice that says, "Look at this person, they made this and this and this," and it's like you just stole that video and put your stupid narration over it, and you can tell they're just pumping this out just like a factory so you can get the views or whatever, and that's truly slop. Like what I make is like, totally, every video is like unique, and I really care about it, and I'm working on it really hard, and so yeah, I don't really feel like I'm making slop anymore, even though some people will, of course, say anything that's AI is bad, and I could talk about that a lot too. But so yeah, things are going good. I also talked in that video a lot about focus, where I said I realized if I take time off work, my YouTube channel goes well, and that is proven really true. I actually quit my job in June and just started focusing on YouTube full time, and this was really risky because I was making like very little money on YouTube at that time, but I really believed in the power of focus, because that's what I realized in the first quarter of 2025 was how if you just focus on it and you take time off work and you kind of like cut down on your obligations, that results in good things happening. So I quit my job in June. I was failing pretty consistently for the first like month and a half. I had all these projects that just weren't working, like VO3. I had this channel called SADS Stormtroopers, where I was like making all these like aesthetic, like it's like a stormtrooper in a medieval world, and it's all because I wanted to make like a consistent brand, because I felt like I had troubles with consistency, but that was a total failure. And then I started making, like, I would film myself playing DayZ, which is a video game about like, it's like a survival video game, which I really like, but that didn't work either. But then I finally stumbled upon these history videos. One interesting thing is how I figured out how to make these videos is I stopped trying to make things for views. I started trying to make things just because I wanted to make them. So if you go back to, I think like it was July on this channel, I started to just experiment and make just kind of random videos, and I just made whatever I wanted, and I stopped thinking about views entirely. And it was at that point then things started to work, because I think it's just depressing to make videos just for the views, because then you're just like this scientist and you're saying, oh, if I do this with the thumbnail and if I do that, then it'll blow up, and you're not making something because it should exist intrinsically. You're making things because you think it will get views, so that's just sad. Whereas if like now, when I only make a video if I'm like compelled to make it. So I'm not making a video because people have asked me to make the video or because I think it would do really well. I'm only making videos because like I legitimately want to make that thing. And once I started following that philosophy, then the videos started doing well, because the videos are fun and playful, and I'm also enjoying making them. So I don't know, that's just kind of my process right now, and it's been working really well. And yeah, the focus of quitting my job, I think, is really the key to why things are taking off now. So what else did I want to talk about? Like, anyone who wants to be a YouTuber, I think the only way I've been able to get to the point where I have is like total obsession with YouTube. So I see a lot of Reddit posts on the new YouTubers subreddit, or NewTubers, where they say, it's been 15 months, I'm not getting any views, I'm going to give up. Or, it's been such and such amount of time, this is too hard, I'm going to give up. And I'm like, if you're not totally obsessed with YouTube, you are just going to fail. Because like I've had literally years, like in 2023, I had a few videos blow up and I was able to monetize my channel. And I thought I had just had it made in the shade. But little did I know, I actually don't know anything about YouTube. And then I just failed for years, like literally. And I was really committed to YouTube. I tried really hard, but I still failed. Like 2023 was a good year, but then by the end of 2023, I couldn't get above, like 500 views. And then that went on for literally over a year until I finally made another video that worked. It was like my AI Minecraft video. But if you're not completely obsessed with making videos, you will not be able to handle that adversity. So yeah, I think YouTube works if you're completely obsessed with YouTube and making videos and stuff like that. If you're not, I don't know if it's really going to work out, And to bring it back to AI Slop, about all this adversity and stuff I'm talking about, I think a lot of people think AI Slop and making AI videos is just like you make an AI video and then you just magically blow up and it's just so easy. And that could not be further from the truth. I have committed thousands of hours to this channel, this AI video channel, and it has not been easy at all. It has been the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. So I think it really bothers me when people say, oh, you're just so lazy, using AI to make videos, when I've literally committed thousands of hours to this and make just a paltry sum of money for doing this. And it's like, just shut up, man. So I think that's a good life lesson. Like if you want to make something that succeeds in a marketplace like YouTube, it has to be something that's totally made for you. So making AI videos is totally made for me and also I've always been obsessed with making videos since I was 11 years old. The second I got access to an iBook computer, not a MacBook, an iBook with iMovie on it, I was completely enchanted with editing video and making things in the video editor. And I even went to film school. I went to film school, but one thing I always hated was actually shooting anything. I hate taking a camera and having to coordinate people. I'm a pretty introverted person. I hate it's just completely saps your energy. And then it's just I just hate that. I just want to be done, So I've never liked actually shooting video, but I've absolutely loved editing and making the music line up and coming up with ideas and stuff like that. And so AI video to me has always been holy, this is it's absolutely made for me, because I can literally have an idea and then I generate the footage with AI and then I get to the fun part where I'm editing and making it perfect. And so yeah, it feels tailor-made to me. So that's one of the reasons AI Slop has always felt so kind of hurtful to me, because I'm I was so excited about this AI video stuff when it first came out. I'm this is absolutely perfect for me, because I get to do exactly what I love to do with video and ignore all the stuff that I don't like to do, like shooting stuff or whatever. And then people were telling me it's just the worst thing in the world that you could be making this. I'm oh, I thought this was cool. I thought this was a new amazing form of expression and a whole new paradigm of making videos. And I still think that, but yeah, that's kind of rambling here, but still. Anyway, yeah, AI Slop haters are stupid. I'm just going to say that. This is how I'm going to end the video. The reason people hate AI video is because there's a moral panic around AI. There's a moral panic around technology, and it's all just BS propaganda. So it's what a moral panic is saying this thing that is being introduced into our society is a threat to our way of life, and it's going to corrupt our youth and it's going to ruin our society, basically. And this has happened many, many times throughout history. Video games, violent video games. Look at Grand Theft Auto. When that came out, there was a moral panic about that because it's violent. It's teaching our kids to be violent. It's unnatural. It's new. And it's this horrible thing, that was about Grand Theft Auto and video games. Or take MTV, music videos are on the TV now, and they're teaching kids to do drugs and all this stuff. Oh my God, it's a moral panic. Yeah, rock and roll, things in the 1960s, and on and on and on down the line. We have these moral panics. We say that's the devil's work and it's threatening everything and it's so evil. And it's no different with AI video. And so I just think it's the stupidest thing ever. And I know like 90% of people say, oh, we hate AI video, it's all slop, but it's just stupid, you know? And I think people shouldn't be afraid to go against the norm. So like, even though 90% of people are saying this, that absolutely doesn't mean it's true. And I think more people would be served to kind of think for themselves and ignore what the masses are saying. I think whatever the masses are saying, it's usually wrong. I think, like, what's that one quote where, God, I can't remember what that guy is. The Huckleberry Finn writer guy is like, you know, if you're ever on the side of the majority, you should question what you're doing, because the majority is often kind of like a stupid mob. So yeah, that's how I feel. So thanks for watching. I'm glad you guys have subscribed, and I think there'll be some really cool stuff coming down the pipe. So yeah, like, AI is absolutely going vertical. It's incredible. I think by next year, I'll be able to turn these videos into full video games. So that'll be really cool. I can make a video of some historical events, and then I'll also have a link and say, hey, do you want to play this full game? Here you go. Because that's how exponential things are. It's really crazy. Sora has convinced me that we are like really on the cusp of like a singularity type thing with AI and technology. So it's really exciting. I think it's something to be really optimistic for. Most people will be cynical and say, oh, this is going to be so bad. But cynical people, they sound smart in the moment, but they are so often completely wrong. And it's actually the optimistic people who are right. So yeah, thanks for listening if you've actually listened this far in the video, and I'll probably make another one of these in 6 months or a year or something like that. So thanks, guys. Bye.